bringing all this capital back to North America and all these operations and all these high IQ immigrants. And as they do that, if they're going to manage inflation, they need to make sure that anything that's not part of their operations is not competing with them for resources.
Right.
Because they're thinking, okay, coming back to North America, I got to buy resources, I got to buy labor. What can I do to keep those prices as low as possible while I'm buying?
Yep.
It's fine if they skyrocket after I finish, but before I finish, I don't want any competition.
Yeah, the other way to look at this too, that I think is worth mentioning, is that if we go back to Dolan's idea of a breakaway civilization, that I think this hidden finance system is coupled to, what this essentially means is that this breakaway group is becoming much more visible. It's coming out into the public field and taking it over.
Right.
And that should give everybody a little bit of pause, because we've discussed this before. Where's all this money going? Well, I've used the illustration of an electrical circuit. You've got so much juice or power or money going into the circuit, and it's being bled off somewhere.
Right.
And it's that somewhere that's the crucial point here. This is real money. This is not an accounting gimmick. So where is it going? Well, it's this hidden system. It's this secret books. It's this breakaway group that you're seeing coming out into the open. That's crucial for people to understand. This means that something big is about to change in terms of technology, narrative, culture, you name it.
Everything. Well, let's go back and say it again. The federal government just announced that it's going to operate as a fascist government.
Yep. Yeah. It's out in the open.
Right.
There's no denying it.
Right.
There's no denying it.
But that got no attention.
No. Well, just look at it this way, Catherine. How many people would understand that this is what's happened, unless you've been following and tracking, certain themes and memes in the alternative media? You wouldn't.
I'll tell you who understands this. Global investors.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a sovereign wealth fund in the world or a central bank in the world that is not tracking this.
Oh, yeah. They have to.
Right.
They have to.
Right. They know.
They do know.
They do know.
Let me add one thing. Let's go back and remember Sergei Glaziev and what he said in his op-ed piece during the middle of the emerging crisis in the Ukraine back, I think it was 2015. And he came out and he said that our problem isn't with the Nazis in Kiev. Our problem is with the Nazis in Washington. And he meant it.
Right. I agree.
And, the other thing we have to remember is Tatiana Koryagina, before 9/11 in Pravda, published that piece where she said the United States would be attacked on its own soil, but it would be attacked by a group of people with assets in excess of $300 trillion. So again, she fingered it. So the Russians are very well aware of what's going on here. And yeah, it's fascist.
Right.
Fascist.
I keep going back to that great line from Leonard Cohen. First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin.
That's right.
Right.